Are you feeling juicy? Hi guys, and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester, and today I'm going to be walking you through the crypto markets. First things first, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame, the hourly. Then we're going to be heading up the midterm, the 4-hour. Then we're going to be smashing through to the longer-term time frames. We're going to hit up the daily. We might even touch on the weekly as well. Once we're done with that, guys, bit of fear and greed index, bit of open interest, Bitcoin reserves we're going to have a little look at as well. We're going to have, and then we're going to go through to my altcoins today. This is 3 altcoins that I've chosen to showcase to you today for potential professional TA for you guys to basically be learning, and also some potential positions that we could be looking for the potential for the future, right? Obviously, nothing I say is financial advice. Please go do your own research. I'm here for educational purposes only. Do not take any trades that I do say on this stream or on this channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. 7 likes so far, guys. Absolutely smashing it. In the chat, we've got Simon is first today. Hats off to you there, Simon. Amazing stuff. Nice to see the members coming through there. So shout outs to you there, Simon. We got Chris. We got Mirza. We got Here Optimist. We've got Morali R. Cool name, man. We got Ajira saying 100 likes is the daily goal. Pretty ambitious, but we'll see what we can do. We actually hit 100 likes yesterday, which is actually really quite cool. I haven't done that in a long time. We got Stuart in the chat. Nice to see you on the stream there, Stuart. We got Essential. Pretty good ratio so far. Ratio? Yeah, thus far. Holy crap, first time I've noticed the timer. Yeah, I do have a timer just before I get going. And I will be updating the intro and stuff soon, so that's something you could be looking forward to as well. Essential says, Essential. The juice is loose. Are you feeling juicy? Yeah, without, are you feeling bulky? Without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it, right? Bitcoin. You're still going down. Why? Personally, guys, I've kind of I've taken a bit of a reflection here on the markets, and I've said to myself, right, what is happening? We've hit all-time highs from before, right? Bitcoin hit all-time highs, and from there, we've just kind of been trickling down in this horrible, dirty descent, trapping everyone. Everyone, if you look at the sentiment of the market, right? Everyone's so bullish, still so bullish. In terms of the fear and greed index, this has not been below 70 for literally probably 3 or 4 weeks. Considering now we're at 52, obviously, quite explained, pretty well explained due to obviously this filthy downtrend. But in terms of what I actually think is going to happen if we carry on this trend, which we're seeing here, a lower low after lower low after lower low, I do think 58k is on the cards. And if we even lose that, the slightest bit, guys, 54. Honestly, I got a limit order in at 54 for a big buy, right? A big buy is around 54k. We'll get to that on the longer term time frame. But I honestly think 54k is very likely to get wicked, right? Really likely. Just because open interest is still really quite high. Yes, we have seen a dip in the open interest in general, but it's still really quite high. Let's just, so that's like a kind of an overview on what I think is going to happen here, but let's just get straight into the cold hard charting, TA, chart patterns, breakout scenarios, potential positions to be looking out for there. Just getting messages on my watch. But yeah, so let's start off with the hourly, guys. As you can see, we do have a broadening wedge from the all-time high. You can see this is quite a strong trend line in terms of the resistance that we did find, which basically started this, well, we were already in a downtrend, but we had a nice bit of consolidation. We had a higher low, but instead of actually, after getting over these lower highs, instead of actually having continuation to the upside there, we actually just basically started this dirty downtrend and then basically setting lower lows continuously. Now, this isn't great, granted, but it is a broadening wedge, guys, and we know broadening wedges, we usually tap to the lower side and we usually tap to the top side. So if we are going to see any sort of major pumps for Bitcoin, the target for resistance is, unfortunately, yes, going to be another lower high if we don't break this, but it's definitely going to be a breakout scenario that we can be looking out for the future, right? And that's going to be around 64,000, that sort of area. I know, still quite ambitious. And as I just said, 54K is seriously on the cards if we lose 58K. But yeah, it's just something to be weighing up just in case we do see a big reversal in the price of Bitcoin. Because at the end of the day, people are still waiting to buy. They are still waiting for not essentially a buy signal, but a buying opportunity, lower prices here. Because no major investor, no major like corporation is going to go, oh, Bitcoin's at an all-time high, I'm going to buy Bitcoin. No, they're not going to. They're going to be waiting for these pullbacks. They're going to be waiting for these opportunities to be buying up here. So yeah, this is something that we could see movement happen quite fast. So that's why we need to basically prepare for this and basically weigh up all the scenarios coming through there. Just I'm going to be drinking my tea on stream because I haven't had any caffeine yet. And I do have a bad throat. Yes, I do. Not good. Woke up with a really sore throat today. I think, because obviously the OGs on the channel know that I keep getting a really sore throat, right? I think it's the chlorine in the spa that I go to, right? I honestly think it is. So yeah, not good. But yeah, let's have a look at the chat quickly. We've got the King's coming. Nice to see you on the stream. The King's coming, saying hello. Shy Shear says 69 likes for 69k BTC. That'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it? back up to 69k. That'd be unbelievable, guys. And we got Buhav Gatu saying BTC support and IOTX target. We'll do some altcoin requests, man. We just got to get through all this filthy Bitcoin first. and we got here Optimus as well. Norway up in the house. Yeah, there's quite a few people from Norway actually. And I've got Norwegian in my blood, you know. I've got Norwegian in my blood, hence the Viking beard. It looks like BTC is being held down by something. I think hence the title of the video, guys. What's the title? Whales are trapping it right now. They are. I do think they're pushing it down continuously, and all of the like when we hit new all-time highs and stuff like that, the new investors, like not so much corporations and big investors, guys. I'm talking about like the retail, the dumb money coming in. They're going, oh my god, Bitcoin's come up again. I need to just buy some, and they're putting in like 10 grand and stuff like that. Now they're down a hefty percent. So what they're going to be doing, they'll be like, oh my god, look, I'm down 13% on my investment. I'm probably going to sell it now. They're going to start selling their investments. Bitcoin's going to start trickling down with this dumb money. You see the volume's really low. It's not smart money when the volume is really low, guys. This is the smart money when we see this insane sticks of volume here. So it's definitely Chester Ragnarok. Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, so this is obviously the smart money, guys, and you can see the volume for these downtrends is really quite low. So this right here, this is just retail people basically just selling off because they've just taken a hit. So yeah, that's basically what I want to say about that. Now, where were we in terms of chart patterns, guys? 58k is on the card if we have the continuation of this downtrend, and we do see this another lower low get set, right? Currently, the lowest low point that we are seeing here on the hourly in general is around 58,000. We're literally dumping as I'm talking. 58,571 there. And as I said, not very juicy at all. But if we do set a lower low, guys, it is going to be, we're probably going to have more continuation to the downside. What I do want to say is we do have this quite nice level of support coming through in terms of this trend line. It's actually holding us up quite a few times there. It's probably better over here, right? It's holding us up quite a few times. So it's definitely a bounce point to be looking out for. But what I want to say, this is where it gets really quite crucial, guys. If we start to lose this zone, if we have a breakout scenario from this 58k down, it's going to be really quite rough. And when I say rough in terms of a price target for that, guys, it's going to be really quite rough. To be honest, I don't think we're going to go lower than 54. And this actually takes us down to 53,620. Now that is actually, if we jump to the longer term time frame quickly, yeah, 53,600, 700, that sort of area. Where are we? 53,000. Yeah, so it really does pretty much line up with this other trend line that we've got coming through when we were setting those higher lows when we were on that first, like, well, not first, well, this initial sort of uptrend coming through here. So you can see this is actually a very dominant level of support here on the midterm. So if we are going to be coming down to this level and we are going to see measure move completion in terms of this short position here for this broadening wedge on the short term here for Bitcoin, then this is going to be the price target. Personally, for me, I do think we're going to see reversal before that, just because 54k is pretty much on the cards. And even if, like I said at the start of the stream, guys, I've got a massive limit order in at 54k, waiting to basically buy it up because there's mass levels of support there. But we will get to that here on the midterm in a second. Let's just get through this. Let's get through this for now. That's obviously the broadening wedge coming into action there, guys, which is what we could see in terms of percentages there for for this move for Bitcoin to the downside, it could really be around a 7.6% gain there if there is going to be a short coming through there. I guess you're going to be speaking Norwegian in the chat now. I can't read Norwegian, man. I just traced my family name like back to Norway. So we've got a Nicker in the chat there saying greetings from a grey Sweden. Yes, to be honest, it's a grey England today as well. We're 9 degrees and we're cloudy. To be fair, it's not that cold. It's actually okay. 9 degrees and cloudy, so it's all good here. Not raining at least, because obviously we know England's pretty bad for the rain, right? 13 likes as well, guys. If you could smash up that thumbs up, does help me out tremendously. And have we got music on? No, we haven't got music on. Apologies for that. Let's get some nice chill tunes on, guys. And yeah, let's carry on with this BTC update coming through. Now, obviously, this is one scenario on the shorter term time frame that we do need to weigh up. We're literally dumping as I'm talking here, guys. Crazy, crazy stuff. We just set a low, actually. Yeah, we've actually just set a low, which is still another bearish sign that we are going to be coming lower, guys. So hold on, hold on. It's going to get rough. The oceans are going to be rough today. We're going to be experiencing some chop on the yachts today, guys. And now let's see if we do respect this trend line. Maybe even we get a wick down to this 58 and then bounce from there. Just gonna have some more tea, and then we're gonna carry on because there's a few other chart patterns I do want to get into here. Oh, good stuff. As you can see, guys, we do actually have, there is a dominant trend line coming through here. As you can see there, really, really quite strong, and that's obviously going to be lining up like so, and that's going to be a falling parallel channel, guys. A falling parallel channel in terms of a measure move down here, in terms of a bounce point, in terms of a price prediction for the breakdown scenario, which we're currently in here. It's going to be to around this sort of level, and as I said, we do have this horizontal plotted in at 58k. So there's a lot of signs saying that 58k, we're at 58,700, 800 now, but actually hitting that 58,000 on the dot there's a lot of signs saying that we are going to basically get down to that sort of level here. As I said, setting lower lows and that sort of thing coming through here. But let's talk about the idea of a bounce here, because 58k is still a buying opportunity. Please don't get me wrong. There's still people waiting to be buying Bitcoin, as I was saying there at the start of the stream there. Hopefully we can see a big buying opportunity coming through. If we do, we need to talk about this volume weighted ATR band, guys. This is this little green bad boy coming through here, and we know what happens when we lose this bad boy. We have basically a downtrend below it. We have a downtrend below it, and we just basically keep testing it until we break it. This is obviously now currently at 59,600. It's been trending down with us here all the way from like 61,000 there. Let's see if we can get some examples of heavy support. As you can see, we do have lovely, lovely support on there from before, and get some more examples coming through there. So we haven't been trending up for quite a while, quite away from it actually. Yeah, here we go. This is quite nice. As you can see here, we do have quite a strong downtrend below it, guys. Very, very strong downtrend below it. And you can see we always come back and find it. So this is definitely a piece of information to be using. And when we do find it, guys, we usually come down for a little test and then have the propel? What's the word? The momentum. Let's just go with momentum. But then we have the momentum to basically signify a new uptrend coming through there. But what I do want to say is we do have, as you can see, pretty strong downtrends there. So that brings me back to the live price coming through there. It brings me back to the live price, guys. If we can get there. As you can see, we are literally below this volume weighted ATR at this point in time. We have just tested it. So the momentum to the downside, lower low being set. As I said, it's another sign 58k is on the cards. But what I want to say is when we are going to be coming back up to this, if we are going to have a buyback scenario coming through, we actually did, to be fair. We just actually banged it right back up, literally $500. Really quite crazy price action, to be fair, in the space of probably like 10 minutes there. We are seeing a buying up scenario coming through now, literally climbing the climbing frame right now, guys. What a strange analogy. But yeah, we do have also a pretty strong resistance line coming down from this this lower high from the all-time high around 66k there. You can see the resistance we found there. You can see that the multiple times that we did test this and didn't break it to the upside. So that is obviously going to be an inclination for resistance as well, lining up pretty well here, guys, with the volume weighted ATR band, which is what we just said here, for the resistance to basically be playing out. Now that price is going to be around 59,500. So for the short term, I would expect just a bit of a skr and carrying on this sort of downtrend sort of momentum, something along the lines of that, right? That's what I would expect coming through here on the short-term time frame for Bitcoin. We're not oversold here, guys. We're still pretty central C. It's not too bad here. So we do actually have room for movement down, and this is quite a slow move down, as I was saying, guys. This is the retail clients. This is the dumb money. It's not the like the smart money coming through. So what we need to basically take into consideration there, we're not really going to see any sort of major buybacks in terms of the retail people coming through and placing long positions, unless we do see us coming down to these oversold sort of levels there. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say on that. We do have, yeah, maybe potentially a bullish divergence coming through as well there, guys. It's obviously very progressive if we can see that actually play out. We did just set a low here, and we didn't just set a low here. I mean, to be honest, it's quite early to say because we are still in this hourly candle, so it's not officially confirmed yet. Look at this, banging it right up right now. Yeah, we'll see. It'd be quite interesting to see if we get resistance here from the last 2 times that we have tested this, right? Maybe a wick up to the 21 moving average and then continuation down. We'll just have to see how we go. And hey, if we don't, amazing stuff, guys, because that is going to be a lower high. And if we can breach this lower high and get on top of this trend line here, then we could be looking at a move to the upside, right? A little cheeky scalp to the upside, right? In terms of percentages there, we could be looking at around 2.69% gain there for Bitcoin if that is going to come into fruition there. So yeah, interesting stuff there. Lunar cycle was pretty close. Look at this, look at these pumps coming through, guys. Amazing stuff. So yeah, there could actually be a position coming through in terms of a long position here, guys, if you are scalping the old BTC right now. Obviously, it is quite a scarce area, but that's why we're going to be staggering take profits all the way up. You know the score, my good friends out there. I hope you're all having a fantastic, what, are we Wednesday? Yeah, fantastic Wednesday today. 18 likes as well, guys. If you could smash that thumbs up button, it does help me out tremendously in terms of the YouTube algorithms. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. Let's move on to the midterm here for Bitcoin, because I think we've pretty much covered we just covered the short term here, but Bitcoin is looking like it could find 60k again. Hopefully we can actually start breaking these trends, guys. If we can get above this like 61,000, then I would be flipping a bit more bullish again. I would hopefully see some sort of buyback scenario coming through there, because these lower highs, filthy stuff. We don't like these. We want to see nice progression. But yes, enough of the short term. Let's get to the midterm. As I was saying there, guys, at the start of the stream, I do have quite a big limit order coming in at around 54,000 for a nice buying opportunity. And my reasoning for this, guys, is because volume weighted ATR band saying hello around this sort of area. If we are going to have continuation down, we're going to basically be bringing the volume weighted ATR band down with us, and that's around 54k that we're looking to basically touch that, right? So yeah, that's definitely going to be a point to be looking out for. We do have this grey box zone as well, which is a massive level of support to be looking out for as well. We've seen this before. It's potentially going to hold out here. We do have a measure move from this rising wedge. Obviously, the rising wedge from the all-time high, guys. The measure move from the rising wedge is going to be bringing us down to around this 56k. So that's going to be a very interesting area to watch as well. I do think if we are going to see the smart money and the whales come through, smashing us down to 56k, the chances of us having a bit of a sell-off after that, which is what we are seeing now in terms of this dumb money coming through, we're probably going to hit 54k, guys. We're probably going to, and this volume weighted ATR, man, we know how heavily respected this bad boy is. Look at the support that we do get on this little chappy here. We literally nearly got it there, but didn't quite get there. If we do get below it, guys, we sometimes trend below it. So that's definitely something to be looking out for the future. Yeah, so you can see the support, and this is what I was saying there, guys. If we do get below it, we sometimes trend below it like so. But as I said, we do have quite a hefty amount of support to be looking out for there in terms of this $54,000 level. What I would say is, we do have a very strong point here in terms of I'm just gonna have a sip of my tea, in terms of a higher low there, guys, at 58,000. So if we do actually lose 58k, then as I said, we have 56k and then 54k, pretty much confirmed there if that is going to happen. We have just set, in terms of a reflection, guys, we have just set a low point here on the shorter term time frame in terms of this micro trend. Not the worst case scenario, because we still haven't actually invalidated what we are seeing here, right? In terms of even, we've wicked down this zone multiple times here, but we haven't even had a candle body close lower than the previous candle body close at the previous higher low there. So that's still not bad. If we see reversal here, this is just going to be a higher low. It's going to be a bullish sign, guys. As I said, things to watch out for is going to be this measure move coming down like so, in terms of a completion down to 56,000 there. Tea is going cold very fast. A few shout outs coming through. We got Cyber in the chat. We got Mr. Miles saying, I see the usuals are here. Yes, sir. The OGs coming through. Do appreciate all the support, guys. We got Oscar and we got Jerry as well. Good morning to you, Sir Jerry. Good morning to you, my good sir. But as I was saying, guys, I do have a limit order coming through at around this $54,000 level, just because the support there is going to be pretty goddamn strong. In terms of the RSI right now, oversold here on the 4 hour. So we are looking for some sort of buyback coming through. Is this trend over right now? Probably not. Probably not, guys. I wouldn't expect us to be absolutely banging it out right now. Like, a lot of people are still... It's a very scarce time, right? And a lot of people are still sat there in their positions like, are we gonna survive this? Are we gonna be adding more margin? Are you leverage junkies out there? I know you're all sat there like, so I would expect the whales to probably take another leg down, try and get those liquidations basically more into fruition there. Cold tea is a disaster, yes, man. As an Englishman, cold tea is it's dreadful, right? It's dreadful. It's awful, man. This whole thing about iced tea, man, no, not for me. Grim. Anyway, this oversold point coming through on the RSI, definite point to be looking out for. We did just we were talking about that bullish divergence scenario coming through on the shorter term time frame there for the RSI. As you can see there, we do have to be fair, I should probably draw that in for you guys, as it did happen on stream. That's why it's not actually on there. So yeah, we do I do these all in yellow for you guys, so you can look for them in the future. Yeah, so we are looking at a bullish divergence. If we are going to see basically this hourly close basically come up and stay where it is and not see any more descent down on the RSI in terms of selling power there. But yeah, bullish divergence coming through, looking for that momentum to the upside, not too bad. In terms of the 4 hour, we've got an hour and 15 minutes left there. Iced tea is the best tea. Iced coffee bangs. See, I'm not the biggest coffee guy. I think that amount of caffeine just makes me like buzzing, right? So I just don't really mess with it. I used to drink coffee quite a lot, but yeah, it started to mess me up, so I had to stop. But yeah, in terms of this cycle that we are seeing here on the MACD, as you can see, guys, we are seeing multiple reversal points. This could be a reversal point, but please take into consideration. You can see we have tapped it there, we've tapped it there, and we have tapped it there. Very nice stuff. We haven't tapped it in the most recent trend, guys. We haven't tapped it in the most recent trend. So there's an inclination that we could see what we have seen here, right? We've seen a nice little reversal, nice bit of confidence gain. What we are seeing now, guys, Bitcoin basically recovering by literally over $1,000. Well, nearly $2,000 is just pumped and dumped in the space of the last, say, 40 minutes there. So yeah, I would expect potentially the same sort of scenario coming through here, like we did see on the most recent downtrend, the most recent downtrend from before. And that's basically, you see the bit of a reversal there, and then you see continuation down there, right? If we see the continuation down, I would be looking at these sorts of reversal points coming through there. If we are going to be looking for target points for that, it's gonna probably be around this 58,000 sort of level. We do have a dirty wick to the downside at around this 57,786 there. So that's definitely a point to be looking out for as well. Keep a teapot on your desk with a tea. That sounds like a good idea. As an American, I feel like your take on cold tea is a personal attack. I love how everyone's like, doesn't care about crypto. It's just like coffee and tea. Let's talk about coffee and tea, right? I do have actually 2 cups of tea, right? I've got a normal English breakfast and also a Manuka honey, lemon, and ginger for the throat, because I got a bad throat this morning. So less coffee but more tea. Tea leaves contain 3.5% caffeine, while coffee beans have 1 to 1.2%. Just saying. Yeah, the thing is, they do, but there is added caffeine in coffee, right? There's more caffeine in coffee than tea. Otherwise, I wouldn't be bouncing off the walls when I have a coffee. I just get addicted to coffee, so I just have to lay off it, right? But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much the midterm cover. We've got Sam Speak Straight coming through. Nice to see you on the stream there, my guy. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Early morning coming through. And yeah, guys, if you want to go check him out, he basically does some really cool stuff. It talks about life and stuff like that. Quite a new YouTube channel coming through there. So yeah, if you want to go smash a subscribe button, go and do that for my guy out there. Support his journey coming up. Yeah, that's pretty much Bitcoin summed up here on the midterm. Let's jump to the longer term time frame. Just in a summary here, guys, 58k is definitely a point to be looking out for. If we lose that 56k, pretty much fact. If we get to 56k, I mean, I'm going to be looking for a humongous buy up scenario to buy more. I wouldn't go as far as like entering I can't leverage long here, but obviously I'm in the UK, so it's pretty illegal. But I would be looking at and buying a pretty big attractive lump sum of Bitcoin there, just because these prices are going to be quite rare to find in the future, unless we see obviously the stock market crash, and obviously it's going to bring crypto down with it. We've just found 60k again. What a win! Hello money, hello buy up scenario. And this is why we were weighing up earlier, guys. We were talking about the idea of actually crashing down and coming down further as we set that lower low. And I said, look, we better weigh up the chances of having a buyback scenario. And look, this is definitely a long position for Bitcoin today. I'm probably going to miss this on stream, but if we can actually break and get to be fair, get an hourly close probably above this horizontal at 60,269, I would expect a nice bit of buying momentum coming through there. First take profit would be 60,573. Second take profit is going to be around 61,032 there. Not too bad, really not too bad. That's going to be a nice long to basically be taking advantage of coming through there for Bitcoin in terms of a buyback. Yeah. Big love, thank you. Not a problem, man. Let's make a Crypto Chester coffee shop chat. Funny stuff there, guys. Guys, 23 likes, amazing stuff. If we could smash up that thumbs up, does help me out tremendously in terms of the YouTube algorithms. Do appreciate that stuff coming through there. But yeah, let's move on to see if we can get to 30 likes. Let's move on to the longer term time frame for Bitcoin, because BTC right here, right now, is pumping. What I do want to say just off the bat here on the longer term time frame, guys, we do have this volume profile visible range. As you can see, it's pretty strong levels here. And when I say strong levels, that's going to be around 61,181. That's definitely going to be an area to be looking out for in terms of resistance. If we are going to find a nice level of support here, this is actually really quite good, guys, because you can see the level. I think it was a lot better on the when we zoomed out a bit, right? You can see the level coming through here. If we can actually hold this level, it's going to be pretty decent, right? It's going to be pretty decent to actually try and make that leg up. But what I do want to say here on this volume profile visible range, we do have quite a bit of resistance at this point here, so maybe we're taking a leg up now, convincing everyone before the cascade, the massive staircase, old person falling down the stairs scenario to 54k, right? Obviously we need to lose 58k first, right? And you can see the 55 moving average that we are bouncing off pretty well at this point in time. So yeah, it's not all bad. Let's dissect this in a bit more detail, guys. As you can see, we do have a rising parallel channel coming through, multiple levels of support coming through here. Really quite nice, I would say. Really quite nice. But what does this tell us? This tells us we do actually have the chances to be coming down to this level once again. And to be honest, in terms of a nice trend here, it's another reason why 54k is really on the cards for me here. Just because, I mean, I've got a limit order around 54k at this point in time. I probably will be moving that depending on how steep this price action actually occurs and whether it is just going to be a little bit of a trickle down, maybe 55k, maybe 54.5. We'll just see how and as and when that happens, whether we lose this 58. But you're not losing anything by having a limit order in here for a lovely bounce point, right? And the chances of us losing this 53k horizontal, as you can see, I've got plotted in here, guys. The chances of us losing that, my mic's quite high, isn't it? I thought that. In the chances of us losing this 53k, it's actually really quite unlikely at this point in time, unless we are going to see insane crashes to the downside, right? Which is, it's pretty unlikely considering we do have a very strong lower high here, and also it is going to be pretty much in line with this upward sloping parallel channel as well. So yeah, I really don't think we're going to be losing 53k anytime soon. There's too much buying momentum for Bitcoin. Everyone's too goddamn bullish right now. We're still not invalidating any really major higher lows. We will be if we lose 58k, and that's why I have an instigation that we'll lose the 55 EMA, we'll lose the bull market barrier central zone, we will lose this major horizontal at 58k there, we'll lose this higher low. We've got the next point is going to be this 54k, guys. I'm stressing that into you guys. Definite points to be watching here, just in terms of charting here. 54k is definitely a target price point there. Leader Crypto saying Wagwan's CC gangsters coming through. Come on, bro. Love that. Love a bit of CC gang stuff coming through, man. In terms of the RSI coming through, we do have this bearish divergence, guys, and that's obviously why we are seeing a bit of a pullback coming through there. But we were talking about this quite a while ago, right? Quite a while ago. So yeah, it's I mean, it's not the end of the world right now. As I was saying there, if we can, we're still gonna be making money, right? We are long across the board. We are long across the board. We did get out of our BTC long in terms of our ultra package there, so we made I think it was like 7 or 8% there, so really nice cold hard cash. I am still long from 43,800 in terms of the hash ribbon signal coming through there. 43,800. Yeah, around this sort of level there. So I'm still up around probably I think 45%, so it's really not too bad. 43,800. There we go. Yeah, up around a bit lower than that now actually. But yeah, this is just a position that I'm just kind of holding and just leaving it, right? It's still bullish. I'm not going to be negative. This is obviously a spot trade, guys. I'm not going to be negative unless we come down to 43k. And to be honest, the chance of us coming down to 42k is pretty unlikely. If we do, and we do start cascading down, then obviously the whole of the crypto market is just going to fall apart, right? Because the sentiment right now is insanely bullish. Everyone's like 100k Bitcoin by the end of the year. If we lose this 53,000 sort of zone there, we're going to be seeing literally like humongous dumps to the downside, right? We do have the 200 EMA to basically hold us up there, but yeah, it's you can see on the volume profile visible range there. We've also got 49,000 is a very, very strong price. So in terms of my long position at 43,800, not worried at all there. Really not worried at all. Yeah, another thing I want to talk about here, guys, is this is one for the Ultra package members. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And also get rid of that. Why not? I want to talk about these rounded blue box zone, guys. This is a linear regressional growth curve from the start of Bitcoin. We know when we cross these central zones here, in terms of these white lines, right? In terms of these white lines, when we cross these white lines and we actually get a candle close outside of the blue box zone here, we're looking for a short. We're looking for a short or a long, depending on which direction that we're going. Now, this is where it gets interesting, guys, because if we are going to be losing this 58k zone, we're going to be crossing over the rounded blue box zone. This is another sort of stars aligned sort of mentality coming through here for a lovely big mega giga juicy long a juicy mega giga short that we could be looking for. Granted, it's not going to be the biggest thing in the world, and shorting this market is not going to be the best and sort of ideal sort of scenario. That, hey, we smashed 30 likes, amazing stuff there, guys. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, if we do lose this zone here, guys, as I was saying, we do we cross the white zone here, and we get in basically a long position coming up. Vice versa, we cross the white zone, we get a candle body close outside the blue zone, we basically get in a short position. We take profit at every single one of these yellow lines here. So for the Ultra package members, I added this when we were around here, I think, so like a few weeks ago, and we haven't really had a trade on it. These trades are like insanely profitable, man. Like they could be like some 15-16% swings usually. So like this one here, that's going to be a lovely 15% swing. In terms of a long trade here, so you can see we do have a white block zone cross, candle body close, bang, long in that all the way up, 10% gain there. Very nice stuff indeed. Vice versa, we've got another one here, cross the white zone, we come down, we're shorting from this zone, guys, believe it or not. Even after this dump here, shorting from the zone, take profit at the first point there, and then basically we hit the final take profit around a 6.46% short. So the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is because we're getting ever so close here to this white zone here, this white box zone. And it's just an indication of where we're going to go here. If we actually wick down, come up, candle body close to the upside, we're going to be instigating a long position. So we'll just have to see how that goes. So yeah, just a little update there for the Ultra package members coming through there. And I'm thinking about activating a 7-day free trial on the Ultra package, right, for the future. So yeah, we'll have to think about that. But yeah, let me know, guys, if you do want to try out that package. Yeah, that's pretty much Bitcoin summed up, guys. That's pretty much Bitcoin done. Let's have a look at the Fear Ingredient next. We did touch on this earlier a little bit, just in like the start of the stream summary, but 52. We've not been at these levels for a very long time, guys. I'm talking like 3-4 weeks now. We've not been below 70. So to be at 52 now, it's actually, to be honest, it's good. It's really quite good, because where we are now, if the whales are looking at this data and they're going, oh, no one's really fearful. Well, not that fearful compared to the 70, obviously. A lot of people are dropping out and exiting their positions. But in terms of the greed level factor, it's not really that high right now, right? And this is obviously what the whales use as well. So if the greed is really high, like we have seen above 70 for quite a while now, then they're going to be dumping the price. They're going to be manipulating the price like crazy. And that's what we have basically been seeing here continuously here for Bitcoin over the last few weeks, right? Even seeing all-time highs in October, right? Did we see all-time highs in October? Or was it a test of the all-time high? No, yeah, we did see all-time highs in October. long morning. And obviously, we're seeing huge dumps coming down from that, huge manipulation sort of scenarios coming through there. So, yeah, it's just whales basically manipulating the hell out of the price. So, yeah, just watch out for that. Now, talking about Bitcoin dominance, guys, because we were talking about this yesterday, and obviously this is how our altcoins are basically taking a hit here, guys, because obviously we did see altcoins yesterday really get drowned in the swimming pool by Bitcoin, right? Altcoins' heads were being held under, and they can't breathe. They're not being able to breathe at the moment, right? We are seeing that across the board, really. We are really seeing that across the board. What I do want to say is just don't panic, guys. Please don't panic. I know we do have a bearish pennant chart pattern here, which is obviously a bearish chart pattern in terms of the downtrend, right? But what I do want to say is the trap zone for this is we're actually kind of sat on that right now. So we could see resistance from this zone, or we could see resistance at around this 44.74% there. Very, very strong horizontal for resistance in terms of these downtrends, right? So it's definitely a point to be looking out for there in terms of altcoins basically going, thank God we can breathe again. So yeah, it's just basically, I'd be watching these zones here, guys, for basically a correlative point to basically have continuation of the downtrend, right? And to be honest, we're still below the lower high there, so it is still bearish overall. So yeah, just prepare for a bit of resistance on this, and that could basically mean that people are going to be moving their money from Bitcoin back into these altcoins, right? Helping those altcoins basically come back up. But overall, altcoins insanely cheap right now. We've got ADA is like $1.85. $1.85 for ADA, guys. Insanely cheap there. DOT, big mover in the future, guys. Insanely big mover, I would say. I've got a humongous pack of DOT, right? And that's sat around $40 there. XMR Monero, that's insanely cheap as well, $240 there. What else have we got? Solana down at $216 now. We know how Solana's been moving recently, guys. That's definitely a buying up scenario here in terms of buying the dip here. I probably would wait until Bitcoin has kind of leveled out and given us some more direction here, whether we're going to bounce off this 58k, and just see if we can invalidate any sort of lower highs here on the shorter term time frames for Bitcoin. If that is going to happen, then obviously this is going to be an instigation that the altcoins are going to be rising up with us if we can get BTC dominance on the way down as well. So if all those stars are aligning, guys, it's going to be big buying opportunities there for these altcoins, right? Because they're just so cheap right now. So goddamn cheap. One to watch as well, guys, is KSM. I would be looking for KSM as well. Insanely low supply, insanely great like utility usage. They've got their own blockchain. It's really going to blow up soon. So I would say KSM is another one to be watching as well. And I'm not here to show you stuff, guys. I'm here to literally help you guys make money if you guys want to go do your own research and stuff like that. Like you guys have done with me as well, right? Because you've shown me some coins that I haven't done any research in. I've done some research and I'm like, wow, okay, that's an amazing coin. So yeah, it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. We're not no one-way road coming through here, right? But yeah, it's pretty much Bitcoin dominance covered there. I want to have a look at the total market cap across the board here and see how this is reacting right now. Very interesting, guys. Very interesting, because what did we say? I don't know if you remember when we were saying this. Obviously, we got the all-time high from before back in May there. Obviously, the total market cap for cryptocurrency in general was 2.55 trillion. Now, as we started clearing these levels, not when BTC was all-time highing it, but obviously BTC all-time highing it around this sort of area here. From there, we did actually see quite nice progression. But what did we say? We said the all-time high rule applies here. If you hit all-time highs, 80% of the time you retrace back to previous all-time highs. So yeah, that's basically what's happening here, guys. Basically what's happened here. We could actually bounce here, not too bad. If not, I would expect total market cap to be coming down to 2.4 there, 2.4 trillion. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. That's pretty much BTC summed up, guys. Let's do some, should we do some charting? Let's have a little look. This is quite interesting stuff as well, guys, because BTC All Exchanges Reserve, this basically is how much Bitcoin is being held on exchanges compared to wallets, right? You can see this stat is actually coming down. It's actually come down yesterday quite a lot, which is to be honest, quite fascinating, right? And the reasoning for this is, guys, it's actually a bullish sign when this is coming down. It's actually a bullish sign when this is coming down, and it's quite interesting because we're in this pretty strong downtrend, right? There's a lot of uncertainty in the air for Bitcoin, but to have this coming down still, it's basically people going, I'm not selling, I'm holding, and they're basically moving their BTC from the exchanges into their wallet straight away because they still have that confidence. That is a bullish sign to be looking out for there, guys. Really, really quite nice. Funding rates on the way down. To be fair, completely expected, right? It's completely expected when the funding rates are on the way down. Just because, obviously, it's getting cheaper to hold your longs, guys, because who wants to be holding a long right now? Who wants to be holding a long right now? Exactly, right? So yeah, you might have some risky big kahuna guys doing it, or girls, or preferred pronouns, doing it, or but yeah, so yeah, that's probably why we are seeing that coming down. But yeah, in terms of all exchanges whale ratio as well, this is obviously really quite low, guys. Really, really quite low. The last time we did see this quite low, I think we actually dumped quite significantly from that, and then we saw it come back up as well, and we dumped significantly from that as well. So yeah, it's 50-50 at this point in time. What is going to happen and how this is going to be, how we're basically going to be using this. But what it does show, if we are actually coming down here, guys, it basically shows a bit more stability in the altcoins. So that's probably some good news for you altcoin hodlers out there. Reckon you could take a look at MITH? Yes, I will, my good sir. But I need to get through my altcoins of the day, and also, well, I'm nearly done. So yeah, we'll get to the altcoin request part of the show very shortly, guys. And 36 likes, guys, unbelievable. Can we get that to 40 likes? That'd be unbelievable if we could. And I'll show you the sub count very shortly. Open interest is coming down as well, guys. And this is obviously a reflection on how many futures contracts are currently open. And that's obviously coming down, which is a good sign for. I mean, it's a good sign in terms of being a bit more bullish, just because if open interest is really high, and it has been insanely high recently, it's as I said, it's the more futures contracts that are open. So it's basically an indication that the whales are going to be like, haha, time to leverage people and stop them outright. So not leverage people, just to liquidate people. That's what I was trying to say there. But yeah, interesting stuff coming through. That is coming down, so that is a good sign. That's pretty much it, guys, in terms of charting and stuff like that. I'm going to have a drink of my now cold tea, and then we'll get to my altcoins of the day. This is 3 altcoins that I've chosen to showcase to you today, and that is a bit of XRP, a bit of ADA, and also a bit of Crypto.com as well, because big news coming through for Crypto.com. Big stuff, big stuff coming through there. So yeah, let's have some cold tea, and then we're going to carry on. Oh, that's so grim. And unfortunately, guys, I can't be doing like a 2-hour stream today. I've got the old dear coming over. I've got the mother coming round, so yeah, I need to be on form today. So yeah, I'm pretty busy today, guys, annoyingly. Otherwise, I would be streaming for a bit longer and producing you some more content as we do out here. Amazing stuff. Now, let's move on to my altcoins of the day, guys. Oh, God, my throat today. Really quite painful, I must say. Really quite painful. Get that honey, lemon, and ginger. The first altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you today is XRP. As Bitcoin Beat says, Satan's coin. As you can see, not all-time highs for XRP, because that is up by like $3, but on this chart at this point in time, we do have a very, very strong high from April. As you can see, it did climb up pretty strongly from there. You can see the actual levels of support that we have found along this zone continuously. Sorry, not support, resistance that we have found along this zone continuously. Very, very, very strong stuff. Now, why is this relevant? Because we are actually currently sat on this zone right now. You can see the support that we have found on this lower side as well. Really, really quite strong as well, correlating with this 200 EMA. Not too bad. Forming a symmetrical triangle, a bullish symmetrical triangle, guys, a bullish pennant chart pattern coming through there, which does mean continuation to the upside. This is quite interesting at this point in time, just because we are seeing us actually come down here from this point, and this is another reason why we stagger our take profits, guys. So this long that we were involved with here, we're staggering our take profits basically all the way up, planning for any sort of reversal there, because we were going for this insanely greedy measure move coming through here. That didn't work. Insanely greedy measure move coming through here, and that in terms of a percentage there, guys, is going to be It's going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely huge. And that's still basically valid, guys. So there's definitely a position that we could still be looking for the future. We did get in, ride that wave up, hit a couple of take profits on the way, stop loss to entry point as we hit our first take profit. And now we got reversed, guys. We hit a reversal point, we came back down, and we got stopped at our entry. At the end of the day, we've already taken profit all the way up. So it's a successful trade at the end of the day. Now, looking at percentages for this, it's going to still be around a 65% gain there. So it's definitely something to be looking out for the future. In terms of an entry point for this now, I probably would be waiting till we cleared this zone. Let me get that plotted in terms of a horizontal there. Probably waiting until we clear this $1.15 there, just because obviously by then all major moving averages on the daily are going to be below us and we couldn't find support on them. And also this is a very, very crucial reversal point. As you can see here, multiple levels of reversal there. So yeah, that's definitely an entry point I would be looking for. In terms of take profit one, I probably would be going around there. You can see the wick that we did see in terms of reversal there. Vice versa here and here and here. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be a take profit 1 point for me there for the next position there for XRP. Take profit 2 point is gonna be around this $1.24 there. As you can see, big reversals there from that wick and vice versa from this wick. And basically just riding that all the way up, just staggering those take profits all the way up, guys, planning for the worst case scenario. Because to be honest, when you're aiming for this 65%, you don't really want to be doing that in terms of a nice clean run. You're gonna see massive dirty traps to the lower side there. So staggering take profits all the way up is the smarter sort of scenario to be coming through there. In terms of this symmetrical triangle actually breaking to the downside here, guys, because we know the state of the crypto markets right now. Obviously, it's nice to be bullish, but I like to weigh up all scenarios coming through here. So in terms of the most recent downtrend inside of the symmetrical triangle, this is going to be the measurement to the lower side if we are going to have continuation here, guys. This is going to be lining up pretty well with the most recent higher low here at around 86 cents there. Very interesting stuff coming through there. If we are going to get to this zone, we are going to be looking for a short position, right? If we're going to be losing this zone here, we are going to be looking for a short position. I probably wouldn't be entering yet until we've cleared this zone here. And that's in terms of a price, that's going to be around $1.01 there. Unless we clear that zone, I probably wouldn't be entering. First take profit is definitely going to be at this 200 EMA, depending on where this and how this rides up, whether it's going to be worth it. Let's have a little look. Let's see if it's going to be worth it. Yeah, to be fair, it's going to be like a 4 or 5%, maybe even 7% there. No, around a 3.26% there, depending on how we ride there. And obviously, if we are going to be coming down, we're probably going to see this 200 EMA coming round, having that level out sort of scenario there. So yeah, if we can ride that wave down with the 200 EMA, taking profit as we go, that's going to be the ideal scenario for a short position there. In terms of percentage gain for a short position for XRP there, it's going to still be around a 20% drop there. And that's obviously, we've seen how Bitcoin is behaving, guys. If Bitcoin is going to be dumping down to 54K, as we were discussing, then yeah, this is very much on the card. So it's definitely something to be looking out for the future. In terms of the shorter term timeframes for you scalpers out there, let's see what we can get coming through there. I mean, it is just riding this volume weighted ATR band. We have seen a bit of a buyback coming through recently. That's probably due to Bitcoin. Currently testing a pretty strong lower high here. Currently testing a pretty strong lower high here. Probably moving that to there. If we can get over that, the next target is going to be the most recent lower high after that to invalidate that. And that's basically going to be around $1.11 there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that does plan out. Definitely things to be looking out for there. And also the 55 moving average as well, coming down in terms of a level of support there. But yeah, so far all, that's definitely going to be a few things to be looking out for XRP. Pretty central on the RSI as well, so nothing too crazy going on. But yeah, definitely things to be looking out for. But yeah, that's going to be your daily update today on XRP. Now, let me move on to the chat. Let's have a look at the chat coming through there. AVAX broke $100 again, says Kiev. Amazing stuff. We'll flip SHIB this week, surely. Not too sure on the market cap for that, but yeah, it's definitely something to be looking out for. Jonah? There it is. Jonah. Come on, brain, work. Sorry, I can't read that well, man. Jonah's saying move and MOVR and RMRK. Please, you won't regret it. Tell you what, man. I'll write them down for you, and we'll look at them. Okay? How's that for a deal? But I've got to get through my altcoins of the day first, and then I'm going to be doing MOVR and also RMRK. We'll see what's going on there. If I forget, bro, please remind me, because I'm really bad for that. But yeah, so let's do my second altcoin of the day today that I've chosen to showcase to you today, and that is going to be a bit of ADA, right? Bit of ADA. Interesting stuff for ADA coming through here. Joanne. Sorry, man. Tell you what, it's becoming quite a habit to like stroke the beard. It's becoming a bit of a problem. The second altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you today is going to be a bit of ADA. Starting off here on the daily, guys. Obviously, we've got the all-time highs coming through around this $3.09 there. So yeah, it's not too bad from there. Well, it's been pretty bad from there, guys. We've had pretty, it's been cascading down a horrible, dirty staircase, setting lower low after lower low after lower low, looking really quite bearish. But what I do want to say is we do obviously have this trend line to the lower side here. We do obviously have this trend line to the top side here in terms of the level of resistance as well. It's not the worst scenario in the world, just because we actually have found a bullish chart pattern here for a lovely long position. When I say that, guys, I mean we found a falling wedge chart pattern, which usually means we break to the upside, right? And to be honest, after seeing ADA rally up so quickly and so like there's so much momentum behind it, obviously with the whole smart contracts being released and stuff like that, wasn't the best release in the world. But hey, after that, we did actually see obviously cascading down. We could be looking for a breakout. We could be looking for a lovely long position here for ADA, and that's why it's my second altcoin of the day today, because this is a position that I am definitely going to be looking out for there, guys. Obviously, nothing I say is financial advice. Please, please, please go do your own research on this. We've got the 200 EMA, which we've tested multiple times here. We've tested this level of support on the lower side. So it's looking actually... We have set a lower low, so it is looking bearish, but we are seeing a bit of a buyback coming through on the shorter term time frames, as you can see here, guys. On the 4 hour, we have actually just banged it up from 179 all the way up to 186 there. So we'll just have to see how that goes and plans out for the rest of the day to see whether this candle is going to be a bit of a blue candle. No, it's gonna be a red candle, but with a green surrounding. Obviously, it's a bit of a bullish candle if that is going to happen. In terms of a horizontal to get over, in terms of the daily over the next 12 hours, what I would be looking for is around $1.91 there, because you can see the level of support we actually find on this zone in terms of candle bodies here. Very, very strong support there, really quite nice. If we can get above that and find a nice candle closer on that, I would be looking for targets around this $2 yet again for ADA. And then we can weigh up breakout scenarios, right? Breakout scenario for ADA in terms of a measure move, guys, is going to be literally, you can see here, most recent uptrend coming through there. We're going to be banging it up like so. And this is going to be in terms of a percentage gain. It's going to be around a 13.28% gain there for ADA. So really quite nice. And by the time that we get up there, guys, I would actually expect all these major moving averages to be actually coming down quite low, because we have seen us actually cascade down for quite a while. So right, in terms of a breakout scenario, if we are above all of these major moving averages as well, we're breaking out of this major trend line here, we could be looking at a very, very nice long position. Now, this is another point to be vigilant of, right? Just because we've definitely got a reversal point in terms of a trap zone coming through here. This is definitely going to be a take profit that I'm going to be looking for here, around $2.10. That's going to be my first take profit there. My second take profit, I would probably be saying around this sort of area, whether we're going to go on the wick there or whether we're going to go on two candle bodies there, open and close there, around that sort of area. I probably would be, because they're so far apart, guys, in terms of like a 3 or 4% gain there, I really would be looking for probably taking profit at both of them there. So that's another take profit I would be looking for there, and yeah, another one there as well. But also we want to be banging in some horizontals as well. So yeah, there's going to be multiple take profits along this trade here, guys, because we want to plan for all these reversals. We don't want to basically get trapped and give our profit back. We're not about that life. Once we make that money, we take in that money. Yeah, exactly stuff coming through there. Exactly stuff coming through there. You can see it's going around a 13.67% gain there. It's really, really quite good for ADA. Let's jump down to the shorter term time frames and let's have a little review on what is actually happening in terms of this curl over of this trend. We have seen obviously this volume weighted ATR band coming through there. Very, very nice stuff in terms of bounce points. You can see the support that we are finding there. Have we invalidated any crucial lower highs here on the shorter term time frame? Oh, sorry, on the midterm time frame? No, we haven't, not quite. So yeah, not the best scenario right now. If we can get over this most recent wick here on the 4 hour to the the upside here in terms of this lower high. We are seeing a bit of a pump right now. It's quite nice. And then I would say that we are looking to test this 10 simple moving average coming down as well. If we can get over that, hello money, we could be looking at progression, and then we can talk about this horizontal at this $1.91 there, to basically be looking to progress up to the upside. And then we're getting ever so close to getting to that nice breakout scenario there on the daily chart, which we were just reviewing. Not too bad. Overall, I would say it is looking like we are probably going to be setting a higher low here from this wick, which is obviously bullish, guys. I wouldn't just expect it just to continue up from here, like really, really steep parabolicness coming through. And if we did, I would just expect rejection, right? It's ADA. We've been trending down for so long now. So we want a nice, healthy uptrend. So we want a higher low, we want to come up, we want to retest something, come down, another higher low, come up, retest, bang, higher low. We just basically want to do this. We want to have a higher low, sorry, a lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, invalidating lower highs, invalidating lower highs, invalidating lower highs, and then progression to the upside. That's the best and healthiest sort of scenario there for ADA for us. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be your ADA update, guys. I would just be watching where this goes. We're near enough. Well, we were pretty much oversold here, and that's why we're probably seeing a bit of a buyback. But yeah, not too bad. Breakout scenario on the daily to be looking out for the future. Really, really quite good. And to be honest, ADA's need it. ADA has needed it, right? It's been asleep for quite a while now. Wake up, ADA. What a way to end that. Right. Let's have a little look at the chat quickly. Stroke it like a cat. Say about BTC, says Willie? Not sure, man. Let's have a look at BTC for you, my good sir. Just a little bit of an update. Yeah, so we do have yes, I would probably be getting it along, as I was saying there, after you clear and get candle body close above this 60,573, just to ride this wave all the way up. Nothing too crucial here, guys. But yeah, you are going to be invalidating a very, very strong lower high there. If you can get above that, I would be looking for progression. Not too bad. Overall, it's looking quite bearish on the micro here. But we have tested this lower zone multiple times here, so it's really not the end of the world. It's really not too bad. I would be looking to get over these major moving averages here. But when you're seeing like a massive candle, massive buying up scenario like this, I think it's just it's tricking a lot of people, right? Because a lot of people are just like, please go up, please go up. A lot of you are trapped in altcoin trades right now, and you're like, please go up. So you're getting a lot of hope coming through there, and then you're basically introducing the FOMO into the people that have already sold, right? So the people that have already sold at a loss here from this dump from the all-time high, they're probably like, oh my god, we're going back up, right? This insane candle, this insane amount of buying power in the short term. It basically means that we're going to be coming back up. No, not necessarily. It actually probably is going to be a bit of a trap here, and I would probably expect a bit more continuation to the downside, and to come down and actually test this 58k coming through there. I would be quite surprised. I wouldn't be quite surprised if we did that. Also, on the shorter term time frame, we do have a bullish divergence coming through here, guys. It's obviously when we do set a higher low coming through on the RSI and a lower low on the actual live chart, right? So in terms of the live price, that's obviously meaning progression to the upside in terms of a reversal price target there. Not price target, but a nice reversal coming through that. As you can see, we are seeing nice big bounces coming through there. In terms of this long trade that I'm on stream, so I can't quite execute it because I don't want to keep you guys waiting, but I would be looking for my first take profit at 61,032 there, and I would actually be waiting for this hourly candle close. If you can get it above this price action channel around 60,677, you can get above that, get candle body close above that, then it's going to be really quite nice to get above that. In terms of the long position, that's what I would be looking for. Across MA50, right? I use the moving average 55. It works 10 times better for crypto. I don't really use the 50 that much. I do for like obviously like golden crosses and death crosses and stuff like that, because they're more valid with the 50. But what I say, like just in terms of the general, the 55 moving average does work better with crypto. 50s for more like stocks and forex and commodities and stuff like that, right? Yeah. So now let's where were we? Yes, that's pretty much BTC summed up on the short term, man. Let me jump to my third and final altcoin of the day, and that is going to be crypto.com. It's quite interesting, actually, this chart. Very, 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 very bullish. Very bullish. My third and final altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you today is a bit of crypto.com. as you can see here, guys, we're going from the open here on KuCoin around this 13-cent sort of area. You can see actually the level of resistance that we have formed along this zone multiple times. We're actually in a breakout scenario coming through here for Crypto.com, and that's why we are seeing a lot of momentum coming through here right now for Crypto.com. It's looking actually really quite bullish. What I do want to say is the level of support to the lower side is really quite good. It's really quite nice. And the chance of us actually coming down to this sort of level right now is just, it's really quite low, right? But yeah, in terms of the breakout scenario, which we're currently a part of there, in terms of a measure move for this, for a price target for the future there, I know it's going to be really quite ambitious, but it's still fairly achievable, guys. It's still fairly achievable. It's going to be around, I wouldn't say quite 100% gain, probably around 80% gain, maybe a bit less. Let's have a little look at this for a long position sort of price target there. It's going to be around, yeah, around an 80% gain there, so 79.5%. So it's definitely something to be looking out for. If you are going to be in like a spot hodl sort of scenario there, that's definitely a take profit point I would be looking for around this 73 cents there. Considering what we have seen recently for Crypto.com, quite parabolic motions coming through there. Interesting stuff. I have seen them really kind of drill into their advertising. They've just actually paid for there's an arena in America, right? It's called I think it's called the Staples Center. They've actually paid to rename that Crypto.com. That's obviously where like Lakers and like major teams play, right? So if it's called Crypto.com, you can imagine when these games are happening on TV and stuff, like with millions and millions of people, all these audiences, they're not going to be saying Staples Center, they're going to be saying Crypto.com, right? So this is just free advertising. It cost them $700 million to rename it to their brand, but you can imagine the it's like a 20-year deal or something. So you see the progression and the repercussions of this deal on their brand. It's going to be huge, absolutely humongous. So yeah, it's definitely and that happened literally like a few days ago or today or something. So it's definitely a reason that this is going to be banging up as well. And they've got an amazing technology. They've got an amazing exchange. I'm not here to shill, guys. I'm not about that life. But they've got some really good things going for them. And to be honest, I do hold quite a lovely little chunk of Crypto.com. Right, very bullish. I think it's going to be doing same sort of scenarios as BNB for the future. I know the blockchain stuff isn't really quite as established, but for the future wise, I think they've got some really good stuff coming through there. Now, in terms of price targets right now, obviously we do have 0.51 as a really quite big point to be looking out for there. We do have around a rising wedge, a bit of a rising wedge coming through, maybe parallel channel, depending on how you want to look at it, guys. If you want to do it a bit like that, then it would be a parallel channel. And that's obviously meaning continuation to the upside. Rising wedge obviously means continuation to the downside. So at this point in time, I would, to be honest, I really would just expect this to go up from here and just keep riding that wave. We have seen a high low get set on the 55 moving average on the midterm here, and that's at around 38 cents there. So from there, we are just seeing really quite nice progression. You can see the pump that we are seeing today, around 14% gain there, really quite nice. In terms of the next resistance point, I would say this horizontal at 50 cents there. That's going to be quite a strong zone. If we can get over that, then I'm looking for this zone here around 56 there, because you can see 56 cents, because you can see actually the resistance from this trend line is going to be fairly strong indeed. Now, if we can actually break that, guys, there's definitely a leverage, well, not leverage long, but for your leverage junkies out there, there's definitely a position to be looking out for. In terms of a position, I'm saying it's gonna be obviously nothing. Don't go execute any of these positions, guys. Please go do your own research. I'm not your financial advisor. In terms of the most recent uptrend, top to bottom there, we could be looking at a nice measure move, looking something along the lines of this. Obviously, depending on where we're going to break, it's going to be around a 29.48% gain there. So, so it's definitely really quite good in terms of a long position to be looking out for. And we know the score, guys. Staggering tape profits all the way up for that. But yeah, that's why Crypto.com basically claimed my altcoin of the day today, because there's a lot of good things coming and a lot of good price action coming through for Crypto.com. So yeah, if you are hodling, it's good news for you. If you're not hodling, then I probably would be waiting for some sort of a resistance to come through here, because you've already banged it up 14% today. So you're probably going to get lower prices coming through there. Maybe get resistance coming down from this 51 cents or resistance from this 55 there. But to be honest with you, with the whole announcement stuff that I was just talking about at the start there, there's gonna be like a big influx of buying coming through, probably over the next few weeks or so, and then it will crash, guys. It will crash. It will come back down, because people will be taking profit, right? They will be taking profit. They're not just gonna let it run, right? It just won't happen like that. But yeah, that's gonna be your daily update today on crypto.com. Yes, guys, that's my 3 altcoins of the day chosen and showcased to you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed them. I do that every single day, Monday to Friday. If you did want to press the subscribe button, you know what to do. Notification bell, all that juicy stuff. I stream every single day, Monday to Friday, guys. Amazing stuff. 48 likes as well, guys. Can we smash that to 50? Can we get it to 50? That'd be amazing if we could. LR wants it to get to 50 in the chat as well. They're amazing stuff there. Let's have a little look at MOVR, and RMRA after that. MOVR. Here we go. And then I'm probably going to call it a day, guys. Pretty tired, and I've got the mother coming over. I've got the mother coming over. So yeah, I need to well, the house is pretty clean, but yeah, I need to prepare for that. Get the kettle on, etc. Get the cups of tea and the scones made. No, I'm joking. we're not going to get scones out, don't worry, guys. I know it's a whole British thing, right? Tea and scones. Yeah, so I would say symmetrical triangle coming through. There's not that much data coming through for this coin. Obviously, the 8th of November here launched on Binance. Nothing too crazy. I would say we have seen quite a nice bit of momentum here, but yeah, overall, let's just restart all that and let's just go deep into this, right? I'm here today to give you a daily update on MOVR, mover, if you will. As you can see, we do have a heavy level of support on this lower side, and this is actually really quite good, considering we did launch on the 8th of November here on Binance. It's actually really quite nice to see a level of support being formed so quickly. In terms of a low point, in terms of the wick there, that's obviously bringing us all the way down to $234 per coin. Then that's obviously having a price this high, around $360 per coin. This obviously means that there's quite a low supply, right? It's quite a low supply. So it's going to be very interesting to see these new price targets for the future. As you can see, we do have a lot of buying momentum coming through. As I was just saying about this wick here, that just shows that we do have a lot of buying up sort of scenario coming through there for MOVR. Interesting stuff coming through there. What I would say, you are below all major moving averages at this time. Moving average is not really that valid right now, just because we are still creating them, because we are quite new here in terms of this chart. And what I do want to say is, in terms of targets there, I would be looking to get over all of these moving averages here at 368.9 there. If we can get over that, I would be looking at targets to the top side of 402 there. If we are looking for a measure move from that in terms of a breakout scenario there for mover, we could actually be looking for something along the lines of this in terms of a long position here. Obviously this is the 4-hour chart, guys, so yeah, just be careful. It's not going to run up literally like within like a few hours, right? It's going to be over literally like as you can see here, 4 hours. So yeah, it's not going to be instantly, and if it does go instantly, right, you're probably going to crash back down, right? As parabolic laws coming through there. Yeah, in terms of breakout scenario, this is going to be a lovely point to basically either get in or be waiting for an entry around this sort of area, right? Just because we obviously do have this this body high here, so it's definitely a point to be looking out for. And if we do get over this lower high in terms of momentum to the upside, in terms of taking profit there, guys, it's going to be looking really quite nice for basically the completion of this measure move at around 17.68%. So yeah, definitely something to be looking out for there. But you know the score, guys. Staggering those take profits all the way up, planning for any sort of reversal there, because we don't want to get stopped out, guys. We're not about that life. And we're about basically staggering those take profits and making as much money as goddamn physically possible. Now, as you can see, we do have quite a strong upward sloping support line that we were just talking about there coming through. We do also have a downward sloping resistance line as well coming through on the hourly. So that is going to be signifying a symmetrical triangle, right? This could be breaking to the upside, guys. If it is, there's definitely a little scalp position to be taken advantage of. And that's going to be something along the lines of this. Nothing too crazy. And just be careful. We do have the 55 moving average and also the 200 EMA that's just been formed as well along that zone on the hourly. So around 3.68% gain there for mover. Interesting stuff. Yeah, that's going to be your daily update today on, I guess, mover, MOVR. Let's have a look at the chat quickly. You say scones as opposed to scones. Yeah, man. Oh, sorry. Not man, but yeah. Yes, LR. Yeah, I say scones. Guess it's posh, right? It's a solid project. Look into it when you get the chance. Yeah, man, that sounds quite good. And I do like you guys requesting coins like this, quite new stuff. just because it's nice to basically do some research on it, right? And we have seen that come through quite a few with people suggesting coins and like the community all in not investing together, but like researching together to find the really key investments coming through. Okay, that tea is like disgustingly cold now. Yeah, no. We're gonna be moving on to the second cup of tea here. It's gonna be a lemon honey and ginger tea to help for the throat. And that one, oh god, it's just freezing cold, right? Let's do a bit of RMRK there for Jonah. RMRK, wow, that tea's pretty grim. Oh, it's a coup coin. Brace yourselves. Danamaza. I got in at $10. Nice, man. Just 2x so far. Or 3x. Got at $10. It's pretty insane gains, man. Pretty insane gains. Look at that. We have 200% there. Nice. Nice. Is your mama a CC gang member? I think she's only watching me watch me stream on YouTube like once or something. Like yeah, she's not as in tune with the technology world as us guys, I do think. Now, interesting. This wasn't so new. This is obviously really, really bullish, right? I'm here to give you a daily update today here on RMRK coming through. This has been launched on KuCoin literally from the 28th of September, so fairly new coming through here, guys. Really, really quite new. Only been around for since September, right? It's not really long at all. And also, it is the end of September. From there, from literally launch, we've progressed up a stupid amount of gains here, around 1,419% there. Really, really quite progressive. Overall, when you do see a pump up like this at open for a coin like this, you would really expect a correctionary phase coming through, right? You would. That's how it works, guys. You would expect a correctionary phase coming through, basically bringing the price down. But no, you haven't seen that. What you've seen is a Mount Everest climb at open, really quite nice. Base Camp 1, actually, they stayed at Base Camp 1 in terms of consolidation for a long enough period to get enough food, get enough water to take another leg up to Base Camp 2. Now, we're currently at Base Camp 2, guys. Probably I would expect quite a nice amount of consolidation here after pumping quite a hefty amount from around this $10 sort of mark there up to around that $30. You can see the resistance that we have found along this top zone as well. So this is definitely going to be a point to be looking out for the future. If we are going to come up, there's definitely probably going to be some sort of resistance there. Maybe we come up, we test, we come down, and then it's basically just a consolidatory period at Base Camp 2 before we take the final leg up to Base Camp 3, no, to the Mount Everest peak, right? And as you can see, we are looking at something along the lines of this, guys. And obviously we've got Base Camp 1 coming for Base Camp 2. If we can go again, we're going to be looking at Mount Everest peak, and that's going to be an amazing price target there. In terms of percentages there for that, if we can get a lovely congruent breakout scenario, it's going to be like a 200% gain there, guys. Really, really quite silly. Really, really quite silly. Really, really quite progressive and really, really quite good. In terms of getting rid of the analogy there and just go purely on charts, we do have some major moving averages that they are starting to form now on the daily. We do have the 10 simple coming through a 10 SMA around $23.82. That's going to be a point to really be bouncing off if we are going to see us actually have a bit of retracement coming through there. I would go as far as saying potential bull flag scenario coming through at the top of this uptrend, which is obviously an instigation for progression there. Not looking too bad as well. For progression to the upside. What I would say is definitely something to be looking out for the future in terms of a breakout scenario to the top side of this rising wedge. If that is going to happen, let's do a measure move here, guys. Measure move and a price target there. Measure move and price target is going to be something along the lines of this. Obviously, speculatively speaking, depending on where we're going to break, we could be looking at something along the lines of around a 52% gain there. So yeah, really, really quite good if that is going to come into fruition there. But yeah, definitely one to watch, I would say, is RMRK. Should we jump down to the smaller term timeframes and see if we can get some sort of gauge on what's happening there? I mean, as you can see, as I was saying, that bull flag scenario at the top of an uptrend. We do have this consolidatory downtrend coming through there, really not too bad. I would like to get over the volume weighted ATR band. We're currently below that. We can get above that. Ideally, we're going to be looking at around $34 there, so yeah, really not too bad. But yeah, definitely one to watch, I would say. But yeah, that's going to be your daily update today on RMRK. That's it. That's going to be it, guys. I apologize. Next, KSM, apparently. Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm definitely going to do some research on that because, like, I'm very honest with you guys about my investments and what I do jump into. And recently, for you, Ammo Man, I have actually just bought a load of NFT coins as well and loads of metaverse coins to hodl. So yeah, that's my honest opinion on that. And also this coin in general, just looking at this chart, is actually really quite nice. It's really quite nice. I'm definitely going to be buying a chunk of this depending on the fundamentals and stuff. Just going on the chart in general, it's looking really quite progressive, right? You're just setting higher high after higher high. You've obviously seen these pullbacks. They're healthy, right? They're really quite nice. They're not invalidating any higher lows there. There's no uncertainty here in the price. It's actually just banging it up, right? So yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to be looking into. I might even reach out to them as a company and see what they're about. But yeah, really quite cool. I do like them a lot. But yeah, in terms of charting so far there, Jonah. And Jonah's saying KSM is going to be the next KSM. Market cap 292 million. Wow, that's really quite low, I'd say. I would say that's really still quite low, considering the gains that we have seen coming through here, right? Yeah, definitely something to be looking out for there. Interesting stuff. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it from me. I've got a pretty bad throat there. So oh, Simon's saying, I see on the stream, Simon, WAXP. Interesting stuff there. Thank you, LR, for saying have a lovely time with your mum. Yeah, yeah, I quite look forward to it. I haven't seen her properly in ages because I've just been grinding. Obviously, doing the YouTube and trading and trying to become a billionaire and all that stuff. So yeah, I've just been grinding it out. So yeah, I've been pretty busy, but wow, look at that. That's some progression if I ever saw it. Not too bad, Simon. Definitely one to look into as well, guys. It's definitely that one. So yeah, I'm glad you like it, Chester, mate. Yeah, overall charting, Jonah, that is it's a very attractive chart there. And you know, I'm fairly honest with stuff like that. So yeah, pretty good. Fairly honest. That's what I do. I'm honest, right? But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you all coming through there. I will be back tomorrow for another live stream, going through some altcoins, going through Bitcoin, see what happens. I would say good luck with your trading today, guys. I'm in quite a few positions, but I'm just going to be managing them throughout the day while I'm seeing my mum. So yeah, it's all good. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. But for now, it's going to be peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester.